Autumn is in the air. Pumpkin beers are on tap, and our friends over at Manscaped are here to make sure you don't carve your pumpkins while you're grooming. I know I said it multiple times, but you got to listen, and that's why. Make sure you're keeping things fresh this fall with the leaders in male grooming in their brand new 4th generation performance package. Boys, get ready. It is cuffing season like no other, because you can join the 2 million men worldwide using Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off, plus free shipping using code WGG. It's time to bundle up with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. In this package, there's a lot of good shit. You get the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker Air and Nose Hair Trimmer, Crop Preserver, Ball Deodorant, Crop Reviver Toner, Performance Boxer Briefs, which are so comfortable, and a travel bag to hold these tricks and treats while you're on the go. If you're looking to get extra cozy this fall, this is exactly what you need. The Lawnmower 4.0, hold on a minute, has advanced skin-safe technology. It takes me a little bit to recognize that because it's so advanced, and it's also waterproof and has a 4,000 LED spotlight, so it could even double as a candle if you want to put it in your jack-o'-lantern after you're done shaving your nuts. Get 20% off plus free shipping using code WGG at manscaped.com. Listen, that is 20% off plus free shipping using the code WGG at manscaped.com. Make sure your balls are a priority this fall. Choose Manscaped and your balls will thank you. Now buckle up. It is time for episode 249 of Not Another Gaming Podcast.
Fight. No, there is.
What it is, pimps, and welcome back to episode 249 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. You haven't heard the voice in a while, but your boy is in the cockpit tonight. Your boy, Crispy, the tallest and the lankiest. I'm so happy to be back in the seat, but I'm not going to lie. I'm a little out of season. Not that I was ever in season, but I'm like bland chicken behind this seat right now.
It's like exactly how you and Bob season your chicken.
Exactly.
It's not at all.
Hold on, wait a second. Don't let me into this fucking category. I season.
Listen, I'm looking at the two patron saints of salmonella right now.
I can season or marinate my chicken, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh,
Salmonella. I stopped eating lettuce so long ago. I don't even have a problem with that. X-Man Hero, thanks. First Shadow, what's up? Welcome. Isn't that whatever? But yeah, episode 249 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. I'm your host this evening, Crispy, and I can't do this shit alone. Believe me, I cannot do it. First, I'm surprised the kid's hands are working after the absolute beatdown he's been putting on wickedgoodgaming.com this week. Looking handsome, has his NASA, what is that, Not Another Gaming Podcast, to the moon t-shirt on? Yup, you see it, yup.
Exclusively available at wickedgoodgaming.com/shop.
Yup, you see him, the graphic design guru, and somehow he's able to work a website better than I ever could because wickedgoodgaming.com looks beautiful. It is Papa Dom, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing lovely. Thank you for the intro. I appreciate that. Everything's going well. Week has been very busy. It's been a busy week, but we, amidst the 10,000 different things that I had to do for the 9 to 5, we managed to completely rebuild the website, completely reorganize the Discord, completely rebuild the Patreon, and get the entire blogging team back in motion. So the written tent, the social aspects, the premium content, all that stuff is back rolling. So I felt like it's been a really productive week.
It has been.
It's been a very productive week. I've been able to get a lot of things in motion, and I've been using my lunch breaks really efficiently. So pretty proud of the work that's been accomplished, because it has not been simple, it has not been easy, and it has not been exactly thrilling. But you know what? It's a labor of love, and all of it's going to come out and improve the content all around us for the better. So I'm doing well, and it's been. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Absolutely. It'll all be worth it, Dom. We got a bunch of gifteds coming in. Reggie, thank you for the gifted. Chuck Daddy, thank you for the 30
Skydros also.
months. Skydros, too. You guys are absolute legends. If I missed any more, I will get to it. Who was it?
Ken.
Kenny, thank you, Ken. And Reggie with 100 bits. And secondly, and last but not least, the most buff man at the table right now. That's the only compliment he's going to get. I guess he has kind of a nice beard, and he couldn't sleep last night, so he went to the gym at 4 a.m. You couldn't pay me to do that. The doctor, but not a real doctor, Bob.
It's true.
What's up, Bob?
Not a real doctor, just a physicist. Yeah, I'm fucking absolutely fucking beat. I could not sleep last night. Here in middle of Michigan, it is like 145% humidity. So my AC didn't do anything all fucking night. And my apartment was like 100 fucking degrees. And I couldn't fall asleep. So 4:30 rolls around and I'm like, shit, the gym opens in like a half hour. I might as well just go wear myself out and then pass the fuck out when I get home. And that's what I did. So went to the gym at 5:30, got back at like 7:15. Passed out by 8 o'clock and then woke up at 3 o'clock.
I did some cardio at 4 a.m. this morning. I got up to take a piss.
Love that.
It's cardio.
Yeah.
Love that. Absolutely.
It's cardio. Well, welcome back, all of us. Don, pleasure to see you. Bob, always a pleasure. Let's get into a little weekend recap, shall we?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All right. To kick things off, Dom, tell me how the weekend was.
Weekend was pretty solid. Kind of got like unexpectedly a little out of hand. You know, I didn't really.
As it does.
I mean, as you do. You know. Also, I just wanted to give a big shout out to the X. What? Can you scroll up a little bit? X-Man something. Who asked like 600,000 questions. I'm not going to answer all those right now, but then Skydros came in with the, are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? And I just like was trying to contain myself. But thank you for all the first-time chatters in here. I feel like we get like 2 or 3 first-time chatters in here every week, which is really great. So
Shout out Killer Kev. Glad to see you're doing your thing too, Killer Kev.
Yeah, big shout out. So what I do this weekend? So again, got a little out of hand. Long weekend, which was great. Big Labor Day weekend. So took it upon myself to play lots of video games, not do much labor. On Friday, did a little golf simulator indoors with a couple of pals, including friend of the program, friend of real life, Johnny Root Beer. We had a couple of beers. Well, I had a couple of beers. He had a couple of Diet Cokes. We
kind of off-brand with him. I'm gonna have to talk Diet Cokes. His name's Johnny Root Beer.
I mean, it might as well be Johnny Diet Cokes, but Johnny Root Beer. It's a deeper story than that. It's deep. The Johnny Root Beer lore goes deeper than that.
Johnny Diets.
Johnny Diets. I mean, he is looking slim. He's looking fit right now. He has been dieting. He has been working out very regularly. He's looking good. So Johnny Diets might be the one. Johnny Svelte might be the new one. But Friday was good. Saturday, went out to dinner with a couple of friends. Went to this Greek restaurant, which was really good. Had a lot of tzatziki, a lot of hummus, a lot of pita, a lot of oil, just a lot of Aperol spritzes.
Ooh, wait, those are Greek?
I love Greek food.
Aperol spritz is Greek. I thought it was Italian.
Good. We had to wake up at 7 a.m. to make a reservation at this place. It was so fucking good. It was like legit unbelievable. I usually hate small plates because I hate sharing my food. I just don't like the idea of getting like 5 or something, and then you got to like.
Well, you're Italian. You didn't grow up with like your uncle like reaching into your plate.
Yeah,
for
but
shit?
everything's on one plate. That's the thing. It's like everything's like on one plate or like on one stovetop, and everybody just puts their hands in at the same time. I don't have to pass this little like coaster back and forth with 4 pieces of pita bread on it. But this place is pretty good.
Would you like a piece of pita bread?
Was that?
Would you like a piece of pita bread?
I'm sorry, sir. Would you like one of these?
Did you want, like, yeah. I can only imagine my fear in a setting like that because one of my biggest fears of all time is going for the last piece of food that's in a plate.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. I'm just like, and like my go-to, if I really want it, I'll always be like, Bob, come on, take that last one. It's just going to go to waste. In my head, I'm hoping you say, like, no, I don't want it. Like, fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like,
See, I have that mental, like, block.
I can't do it.
Like, someone's just going to be like, damn, look at this fat fucking idiot.
I mean,
I take
like,
them anyway.
every fucking time.
Sunday made a nice gravy. Made a little eggplant parm, little sausages, a couple of meatballs. Made some homemade espresso martinis. So needless to say, I was up until 4 a.m.
Yep.
The espresso in there was very legit, but now I know how to do that. So that was very good. And Monday did nothing. Monday, as an extension of the weekend, since it was Labor Day weekend, had a handful of beers. We had some new friends join the D&D party, which was great. DM'd an excellent D&D session like I'm known to do. And it was absolutely electric. So just had a great time. But how about you, Chris? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I really didn't do too much, I don't think. I definitely went. I think I went for the Triple Crown this weekend. Actually, no, I didn't drink.
Fucking quadruple crowns.
I didn't drink on Sunday. All I remember really is I was here with a couple of my buddies drinking here. I had a night here. That was on Saturday. Sunday, kind of. What's the matter?
He's about to rip that. He's about to rip that off of the wall.
You guys are scaring me. Hung out with some friends that stuck under Dom's tire. What else did I do? Oh yeah, it was my brother's birthday. Shout out Richie. His birthday was yesterday, so we went out to Kowloon, and now I know exactly who Killer Kev is because that took me a second. What's up, Kev? And we all went out for Chinese food. I had a little ink therapy. Went under the tattoo gun a couple times this week. It's been nice. Yeah, a lot of booze, and I didn't really have the long weekend. I worked on Monday, so yeah, that was me. And now tomorrow's Friday. This week flew by. Shout out the short week. Shout out the short people. And yeah, that was mine. Bob, how was your weekend?
I haven't done a fucking thing. Yeah, I took this entire week off because I was so incredibly overworked for like a month straight where I was like...
Pete in the camera?
He must have been on the camera.
Oh, fucking well. This door's staying open. Otherwise, this room turns into a fucking sauna.
It's true.
Yeah, I got super overworked for like a month straight. So I was like, look, I'm taking a week off. I don't give a fuck. And I haven't done a fucking thing all week, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Hung out with a lady this weekend, played a bunch of video games, Counter-Strike, Remnant. I'm almost done with Pokemon Sword. What else? That's kind of it. Other than that, I haven't done anything. I was also supposed to get some fucking ink therapy this week, but my tattoo artist would rather fish than make money. So,
hey, just like you were saying, Bob, you needed the week off to do nothing. So does your tattoo artist. Sometimes he needs that day, decompress.
The thing is, he owns a shop, so he's not obligated to work. He just makes money off of it. So he goes and fishes all fucking summer. And shout out to him because that's the fucking life. Like, I would want to do that too. But please, I haven't gotten a fucking tattoo in over a year. I want to get something done.
Gasp. Well, yeah, I'm glad everyone had a good weekend.
Yeah, it was good.
But people on here that only hear about our weekend, they want to hear about the good stuff. So let's get into the meat and the potatoes of the show, shall we?
We shall.
So we can start it off with this. So today was the PlayStation Showcase.
Yes.
It wasn't too bad, in my opinion. I gave it, what did I give it? 5 Mud-Ons out of 7?
Yep.
5 Mud-Ons out of 7.
Might go with 5.5 Mud-Ons, but we can get there.
Yeah, there was a lot. So my thing is I always want to see gameplay, and I feel like I'm kind of with the majority on that when we're like, I get the whole teaser, like show it. I get that, like let people know it's coming because you have to build that anticipation. I wanted to see more gameplay, but the game's not ready. I don't care. But they dropped like Spider-Man 2. They showed Wolverine. The new God of War, which kind of we'll circle it around. So I'm not kind of blowing my load too early. But one thing I want to say about God of War.
Does that happen often?
All the time. One thing I want to say about God of War. Who is it? Thor is being voiced by Ryan Hurst, who plays Opie in Sons of Anarchy.
Played
One of the most, spoiler block your ears, one of the saddest scenes of all time. I kind of didn't give you guys time to block it.
I cried.
Oh, yeah, cried. But he's going to play the fuck out of that character, so I'm super excited with that.
So when you tweeted that out earlier today, I shit you not, for about like 4 years when Sons of Anarchy was like at its peak, people used to say that I looked just like Opie. But granted, I didn't have the fucking long hair because it's about to fucking go at any moment.
You should just shave it.
I'm contemplating it.
Go bald. I feel if you can grow a big beard, you can go bald.
Max Payne 3, you get the bald with the beard.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other things that happened in Max Payne 3. He was also an alcoholic. He was on prescription painkillers.
Well, you just
fine.
I was gonna say.
I think you completely flip the script up with your hair, and you go old man haircut and try to make it cool. Like keep the sides and just take the top off.
I can't pull that off. Like if I can't pull off bald, I can't pull off that.
Yeah, don't do that.
And I'll just have to. I don't know.
Yeah, you look great.
Regardless, Yeah, when I was in college for like the peak of Sons of Anarchy, everybody said that I looked just like Opie. And then freshman year of college, I dressed up as Opie for Halloween. And I looked for an hour and a half today to try to find those old pictures, and I can't find them anymore.
No proof.
I
Lie.
can't find them
It's a lie then. No pics, no
It's
vids.
not, but
Picture it
it's...
didn't happen.
I would dispute it. If this was game battles, I would dispute it. No proof.
Okay, well... great show was great.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
God of War Ragnarok is going to be Game of the Year again, just like the other God of War game was when it released. What fucking competition is it going to? There's no game that's going to come. Unless GTA 6 releases that year, which it won't.
Which is what, 2022? Ragnarok?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Next year?
Spider-Man was 2023.
Yep.
Ragnarok, I'm almost positive is next
It's
year.
got to be next year. Yeah, it's got to be
So
next year.
unless GTA 6 comes out next year, there is no competition for God of War Ragnarok.
I forget what game it was, but people started bitching and moaning that it was an exclusive to PlayStation. Actually, no, this is better for you. What was your favorite game that you saw? And then we could roll it in. Because I know what you're going to... Well, the one you're most excited about.
I mean, we should do like top 2 or 3 because there were a bunch of fucking great games.
Yeah.
We'll go around the horn. I mean, I can't land on just one. I mean, I thought there was a lot of really exciting points. I thought that the Spider-Man 2 trailer was awesome, and I think that that's going to have a lot more... It's going to have a lot more to it than people think. It's going to have a lot more meat on the bones. A lot of people been clowning. I cannot confirm nor deny that I played Deathloop today. Can't talk about it. I can't confirm nor deny.
Who's to say? Maybe I also have to download it.
Maybe I'm also...
Is that NDA Youngboy?
I'm going to change my fucking Twitter name to that right now.
NDA Youngboy.
I cannot confirm nor deny, but I will tell you that I am very excited for the general public to be able to play Deathloop because I feel like they're going to have a great time with it. But I can neither confirm nor deny that I experienced Deathloop today at all.
And hypothetically, how was it? If you were to try it, how was it?
Say you lived in an alternate universe, right?
If
so
I-
hold on. So Spider-Man,
Let's say I hit
Homecoming, or Far From Home, whatever the fuck it is, or No Way Home. That's what it is.
Yep.
Say you're Spider-Man and you just got thrown into a multiverse, right? And
I wake up behind myself and I'm on my PC.
right, and you did have access to a game that is not currently released.
If I had walked through a time machine and it was on Tuesday when the embargo is no longer in place,
right.
I would say that I could envision myself really enjoying it.
Okay, there you go.
It's a very unique, stylized experience that I have not experienced before. You know, I think that it's very reminiscent. It's got big BioShock vibes, like original BioShock vibes, which I really like. And again, I can neither confirm nor deny that I have experienced the game yet. Thank you, Pete. But I will say...
I turned around and saw a beer in my fucking
But I will say that...
What a mess.
But I can say that I cannot wait for the general public to experience it. It does release next week. I think it's next Tuesday or Wednesday because the embargo breaks on Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. Bo can put it in there.
It's crazy because now I know what I need to play this weekend. Maybe.
Well, like
Who's to say?
If you could, I mean,
if I could.
Yeah, but okay. So Sony Showcase, we did see some Deathloop. I will say that especially for all of what all of the general public has seen, and certainly not just me, the voice acting is really great and the atmosphere is awesome, and it does remind me of almost like an 70s or 80s like action flick mixed with like a BioShock kind of like framework to it, which I really like.
I fucking love the art style.
It's so goddamn good. It's like it's so really, really good. And I cannot wait to play it when it releases
next week. At some point.
When everybody can play it. But other than that, Spider-Man 2 looks awesome. I am not unconvinced that you are not going to be able to have like 2 or maybe even 3 player co-op.
Fucking awesome.
With Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Venom. Because I had to watch the trailer twice because I didn't realize you hear like Kraven the Hunter in the background, saying like, will like, will you find, will someone finally be worthy of the hunt?
Yep.
And Venom is like, yes, we will, which is
but the thing is, when you think
little double entendre.
Yes.
Because Venom always talks in that like group, like hive mind voice, like
The plural.
we,
Yeah.
we will, but also like we as in Miles, Peter, and Eddie Brock, maybe. Who knows? Who's to say?
Or it introduces more of the symbiotes.
Maybe we will spin off. Who's to say?
As in the plural of we symbiotes.
We were speaking French.
We.
Does the game take place in France? Who's to say?
Who's to say? It looked like New York, but who's to say?
Who's to say? But Johnny Rootbeer will be dipping the quill very soon. He's actually in progress writing up full impressions and predictions for Spider-Man 2. You're going to be able to read that exclusively on wickedgoodgaming.com. None of the other fucking shitbum websites got that. So only at that website can you do that. And only on our Discord can you see that conversation happening in real time. So listen to that. Also, I'm very excited for Uncharted 4 to be getting like the upscale treatment for a PS5 because I will be buying a PS5 after this.
100%.
Actually, I was going to say, can we hold off on our favorites and just say, are we now?
Are we buying a PS5
Are we
now?
now confirmed that this was the system seller like showcase?
Yes.
Because for me it was. This was granted beforehand, I was sold on just Ratchet and Clank, which I don't own a PS5, so I haven't played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I haven't played Miles Morales. But this showcase was, in fact, the one that it was just, these are the games that you buy this system for. And I said this when the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 got announced. We're not going to see shit for the first 2 years. Now we're working our way into year 3. This is where everything is fucking coming up.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Microsoft was doing for the last 2 or 3 years, and we just talked about this a couple of months ago, how Microsoft was biding their time. This year was a massive year for them, and it still will be a massive year for them. But for the past 2 or 3 years, you were like, oh, Microsoft just talking about how they're acquiring studios. They're just talking about how they're going to have games be, exclusive when they actually do release, but we don't actually have anything on paper. But now 2021 was when Microsoft started to see a lot of those things cascade down and actually release. So now we're going to see, and finally we're seeing that come to fruition with whenever I don't know if it was the E3 conference or it was the one before for Xbox, where it was, we confirmed that Starfield was going to be an Xbox exclusive. Yeah. We confirmed that there was going to be all these studios that were making exclusive products for Microsoft. Now we got, Sony people shaking in their boots that they're going to be, whether or not they're going to actually be able to play the next Elder Scrolls or the next Fallout.
Right, but even with that, I'm still of the mindset that there really is no necessity to purchase a Series X as long as you have a PC.
Right.
As long as you have a PC, you really don't need it.
Yeah.
Microsoft is the Game Pass selling platform. Yeah. You already sold us all fucking 3 of us on it. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We're already on it. We're included. Everything that comes out on Game Pass, we're capable of using on PC for the most part.
Ben had it.
Sony, however, that's not the case, and we all agree that this is the one that it's just, I will buy this console.
Even before I bought my PC, I probably said it on the show before, I might just buy a PC and then buy a PS5. Because I can play all my Microsoft first-party titles on there. I've been saying it since the beginning that I will play Halo Infinite on whichever platform gives me the most definitive experience.
PC.
Which is probably going to be PC. I could probably buy a better graphics card and processor for the price that I could spend on a Xbox Series X, and I'd be able to find them tomorrow. Not that I probably need them.
Probably not.
I mean, I don't need a 3090. I'm just saying
Still.
No, we have a place near us that has them in stock pretty frequently.
What, Micro Center?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference is...
no, fucking the 30 series graphics cards.
Yeah, but as individual MSRP units or in pre-builds? Because I've only ever seen them in pre-builds.
No, individual.
Huh.
Do I need... I might need to... I might could had done needed to...
Yeah, I literally got asked the other day if just one person, they asked me if they wanted to scoop up a 3060 for me. And I said no, because I didn't say no, but I just didn't get to my phone in time.
What do the 3060s cost now?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. 700?
3090s, I thought the
3090s MSRP are $1,500. So the 3060 is probably $600.
No.
But even at that, but even at that, you could buy a fucking 2080 or a 2070 for 900 and be fucking double the GPU.
Someone Venmo me $500 right
Also, shout out to
Lundo with 29 months and Hoofbite 13 months. Two absolute legends. Thank you guys.
Londinho.
Thank you. So I was excited for you today, Dom.
Why?
Seeing the remake of Knights of the Old Republic. As soon as it came on, they started the show off with it. I was like, yup, here it is. And I'm sitting here like a fucking moron on Twitter waiting for like one of the pages to tweet it out. And no one's doing it. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. So I go back and I clip it and I watch it through like 3 times. I was like, I'm kind of excited now. And I'm not even into Star Wars. I'm like the least Star Wars guy of all time.
I was and still am horny after seeing that. I have repeatedly clowned and will continue to clown. We got this covered for posting a blog every fucking 3 to 6 months about a Knights of the Old Republic reboot coming out. It's like a blind squirrel finding a nut. You just gotta post it every 3 to 6 months until it happens.
No.
It's like GTA 6. Keep posting the fucking articles.
So
it's coming.
That's for everybody else. When it comes to us, if we say it once, there's an exponential increase in the possibility of it actually happening. So if we continue to say it, it's going to continue to increase.
Yeah.
So if we say, like when I said Dead Space was going to get a reboot, what happened 2 months later? Dead Space got announced.
That accelerates the timeline, but this is a different website. We got this covered. That was no free ads. I'm not gonna. It's .org. No free ads. They've posted about every other day for the last 2 years that KOTOR was getting a reboot. Was there any legs to what they were saying? Probably not. But we are getting not a reboot, but a remake, which we've talked about on the podcast before, is different from a reboot, a remaster, a reskin, or whatever. It's a remake. And
do you need me to explain that?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and elaborate on whatever.
Well, you know what you need before you say what you need for that? You need a PlayStation 5 to play it at launch.
Or a PC.
No, it's PS5.
Nope,
I thought it was just
Games
PS5.
confirmed it's PC as well.
Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. I thought it was just PS5.
Well, I mean, if the original
Lucasfilm
KOTOR came out on PC,
it came out
and Xbox.
It was Xbox, PC, and PlayStation.
Yeah, I've read something from what's his name, Jeff.
No, wait, I don't think. No, Knights of the Old Republic was just Xbox and PC. It wasn't.
Yeah,
PlayStation.
no, it wasn't on PlayStation. It was just Microsoft. It was just PC and Xbox.
I read.
Then it went to every other console ever
afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, what I read today after the fact was I went on online and I think it was Jeff Grubb.
Yeah,
Grubb. Yeah,
he
from VentureBeat.
Yeah, he posted an article saying that it's a timed exclusive for PS5.
So Lucasfilm Games tweeted 4 hours ago that it was a legendary story remade for a new generation of players coming to PlayStation 5 and PC.
That's really fucking strange that it's not going to Series X when it originated on Microsoft.
They must have thrown the bag at them.
Give it like 6 months.
Well, yeah. But okay, so the three...
They already have Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, Disney.
The three Re's. The reboot, remake, remaster. Reboot is just taking an old franchise, starting from the ground up, creating something new out of it. That's
Like
what we
God
saw
of War.
with. That's what we saw with God of War.
Yeah.
You get the original trilogy, you get Ascension, you get the mobile games, and then they come full circle. It's kind of a sequel, but it's also
spiritual
a reboot.
successor sequel.
Yeah, kind of. But it's a reboot of an original franchise in a new world that still makes sense.
4 female
logically.
Ghostbusters.
As the person who defends that movie too, because I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. I am a massive Ghostbusters fan, and it was bad, but I still watched it. Okay? It was awful as a movie, but I still watched it, and I enjoyed it because it had ghosts in it that were getting busted.
Ghosts.
The problem was the characters that they put around the actual plot of the movie.
Feminists are taking over.
Yeah, but it wasn't even that. I don't give a shit if it was 3 female Ghostbusters. The writing, whatever. The writing was, the writing was, have you watched the movie?
Yeah, yes.
Fucking,
I saw Paul Feig.
it is fucking, it's fucking queef jokes. It's fart jokes. There's like fucking, what was it? was it bridesmaids puke jokes?
Yeah,
it was just low tier fucking writing.
I love fart jokes.
Yeah, but it was implemented poorly in a story that didn't require it.
Kristen Wiig can be whatever she wants.
Oh, 100%. But okay, don't make me get fucking aggravated right now. Reboot God of War Ragnarok. Remake is like Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Also, what we're going to be seeing for Dead Space remake. It is you're taking the core concept of the original game, you're building from the ground up in a new engine around that premise, and you're keeping like 65 to 85% of that main story the same as what it was originally, and then changing up everything around it. Remaster is just an upscale resolution. So like Final Fantasy VIII remaster, HD remaster.
Yeah.
That came out on the PlayStation fucking 1, and now it got upscaled to like fucking 1080p, and it still kind of looks like a PlayStation 1 game, but it doesn't matter. Those are the three differences.
One thing that I found interesting with the Knights of the Old Republic remake is that BioWare was not credited.
There's probably some weird turmoil between
It's just
BioWare.
Aspire or Asper and Lucasfilm Games.
There was definitely shit between Lucasfilms and BioWare.
100%. 100%. And having played The Old Republic, the MMO, recently, like I'm interacting with these stories that are like prime BioWare. This is like 2009 to 2011 prime BioWare, like Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3 storytelling writing team BioWare, which is just fucking
10 maroons out of 10.
10 maroons out of fucking 5.
Mass Effect 2 is arguably one of the greatest games.
How many maroons?
10.
Maroons.
87,000 maroons out of 5.
Gentleman-like,
a little way you been. Like that is prime BioWare, and I don't even care if there wasn't the same people working on it. Like they were hiring that same caliber of talent, and that I don't know if I mentioned this last week, and stop me if I did, but I finished one of the main campaigns in the Old Republic. I mentioned this.
Yes.
And they were saying that,
and I'll keep going.
No, I'm gonna keep going. But did I say this? That there was like I had
eight other
Reddit
campaigns, and you went through one of them, and you said it was a 10 out of 10, and then you went on Reddit, and Reddit
said it was
that
like
was the worst campaign out of all the 8. Yes, you
Gabby with the 10 gifted subs.
Damn.
Woo!
Thank you, Gab.
Thank you so much, friend of the program.
Yeah, she's a
By
friend of the
way,
program.
Friend of the program.
Yeah, signed up on the Patreon.
Now sounds like a good a time as any for that mid-roll ad where we talk about our Patreon, Chris. What do you think?
That is a great question, but I just want to say, Gab, thank you for the 10 gifted. But this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is also brought to you by our Patreon. We've just relaunched patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming, which is an optional subscription service that gives viewers a chance to go above and beyond to show their support. This Patreon puts $0 in our pocket and instead allows us to properly compensate the people who've been contributing since day one for free and nothing. All right, I'm going off the script. I don't really care. We relaunched our Patreon, patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming. And as I said, no money is going to us. We've had multiple people within the community who have been helping us since day one with no expectation at all, besides just genuinely enjoying our brand and thinking that we were going to go somewhere. So this is for them. Every dollar put into our Patreon, yes, there's a ton of rewards in there going from $1 up to, I believe, 50 or 100. Really cool shit going on with all of them. 15, you got a friend of the program t-shirt that was designed by Dom that is absolute fire flames. But yeah, like I said, patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming. We want to support the people who supported us from day one when we were fucking little ants doing this. So it's for them. It's bigger than us. It's for them. Yeah. Patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming.
Subscribe.
Yes, so if you would like to contribute, you're not only contributing to us, but you are also contributing to the people who are assisting us. And, it's about time that we finally be able to give back to some of the people that have helped us.
Yeah, and the degree to which we do that, obviously is greatly amplified by our community support. It's really, we're grateful that we have the amount of support that we do. And we want to make sure that it gets passed down to the folks that are helping us do what we do. So.
You know how top tier streamers pay their mods? This is us paying our mods, basically.
Yeah, but we want it to like grow into something more too. Like
True.
obviously when we could actually put some scratch in people's pockets to like genuinely help us out, that grows everyone. That gets what? Why are we letting Chris do the reading? Gab, hilarious. We'll talk after this.
She makes a good point.
Yeah, I know I can't read for shit, but that's fucking known at this point. But yeah, so like the more that we're able to put money in like the people that have helped us since day one's pockets, like we can actually continue to grow this into like a job. You know, a job for some people, a job for us, and we'll continue to expand. So that'll be sick. So yeah, go check that out. If you have the money to kind of throw a couple bucks, we would appreciate it. If not, share the link where you can. Just if not, just keep showing the support. And I'm sick of getting fucking roasted in here.
We're getting fucking cooked right
Okay,
now.
all right, let's get back to our top 2 to 3 games.
Chris,
from
what do
the
you think?
showcase.
You didn't talk about the thing at all.
Yeah, I'm too busy not being able to read.
Well, hey, look at it this way. Now you don't have to read. Now you just have to think. And we understand that's the second hardest thing that you can do.
I don't really do any of that. Obviously, I'm a huge fan. I feel like I've said this time and time again of the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
When the first one came out, I remember Jimmy, who I lived with at the time, neither of us had a PlayStation. So I was like, you got to borrow your brother's, get it over here. We'll put it in the living room, we'll play it. And I brought my beanbag, which I don't know where it is, but I used to have a beanbag.
It's in that fucking closet.
It is in that closet. I would put it right in front of the TV and just literally play it for hours, and it was the best. So I'm super excited for that one. Super excited for Spider-Man 2. I do hope there's some sort of like co-op to it where you could actually play with one another as different Spider people in the Spider-Verse, Spider-Men in the Spider-Verse. That'll be fucking dope. I've never played God of War. I've never played God of War because I've never had a PlayStation.
It's so fucking good.
I've
It's
never had a
it's one of the best
PlayStation.
games I've ever played.
I've played the original trilogy. I remember buying a PS3 and I bought the 1 and 2 remaster before the third came out, and I played the three of those, and they were just
Look, I went on a fucking rant when they announced the remake of God of War, and I said it's going to be awful. I don't want it. I want it to just be the continuation of the trilogy. And I admitted I was wrong. Okay? The remake was one of the best games I've ever fucking played.
Yeah, it's so good.
Easily. And the trilogy were 3 of the best games I've ever played.
And they got the chains are back in in Ragnarok too.
So here's my problem.
Well, do you want spoilers?
No, because what if I
No,
play it?
I mean
Okay,
they already got spoiled for me watching.
All right, well, please don't spoil it for me.
Play
What
the
if I-
fucking game. Buy a PlayStation. Play the game.
Well, that's
You
what
could
I'm
buy-
getting to,
Chris, you could buy
dickhead.
a PlayStation 4 right now for like $150.
Well, why would I do that if I can just wait and spend fucking $1,500 for a scalper to sell me a PS5?
Good. You know what? Great point.
You know what I mean?
I rescind my comment.
Yeah.
Good point.
But I can't play on controller anymore. Anything. Like my brain just doesn't work on a controller anymore. I don't get what it is. Like I play everything on PC, and I've pretty much played everything on PC since I was like fucking 14 years old. When I pick up a controller, I feel like it's the first time I've ever done it. Shout out to Call of Duty for giving me the fucking meanest aim assist in the world, because that's the only reason I'm actually able to do something in that game. But other than that, like I can't do it. I get like fucking carpal tunnel trying to play shit. So
Yeah, but there's a big difference between playing competitive games on a controller.
yeah, but I'm gonna speed run God of War. Speed run it.
It's like semi-open world, hub world. You can't. You're not gonna speed. So you're not gonna do any of the side shit.
Nope, speed run. Hang it up.
Don't even play it. It's not-
Just
don't
like
even
I did
play it.
GTA 5 the
Don't
first
even
time. I bought it, went strictly down the middle of the storyline, beat it in like 3 hours, and sold it within 8.
GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you bought it 6 more times on PC.
Well, yeah, because the
and everything else.
multiplayer came out like a week later. I was like, damn, I really need this now.
Oh my God.
And then the first person POV came out 6 months later.
That's
and you
true.
bought it
What
again.
ending did you pick?
All of them. I beat it at least 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have the heart to do anything but like we all stick together.
Like, keep it real.
Yeah. I mean, you go to a website and it's like, I was looking at the consequences, and I'm like, wait, so it's like, oh, this is a marginally harder ending if you pick all 3 of yours, because you got to do like a 3 times the length last mission. I'm like, that's no problem. That's no problem. I don't want to
no
kill
problem.
anybody.
No problem.
The fuck? I watched the cutscenes anyway, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. I was like, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that's why I went back down and I did all of them, because apparently depending on which like route you take in the storyline at the end, there's Easter eggs that are like hidden on the map after the fact.
You don't
Like,
have to worry about spoiling anything. The game is 14.
yeah, true. So like if you pick like I forget who it is, like Michael like if Michael ends up dying, you could actually go to his like like where it was like near the beach towards. It's weird, and there's like weird ghosts around and stuff like that. If you go into his house, there's like weird shit that happens in his house. It's like little like Easter eggs like that.
You like go into his house. His son has like the picture of what's his name on the wall, and it's like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Trevor or whatever. Yeah,
It's crazy, but I kept it real on the first one, and then I was like, all right, like I'm bored and I'm beating it again.
Stack.
Kept it a stack, and I
never beat it. I never beat.
It's
I watched
so good.
the ending where Michael kills Trevor, and I got sad, and then I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna do that.
So I know I've been saying GTA 6 a lot.
You can't talk. We're talking about the showcase. GTA 6 is not in the showcase. We're not talking about GTA 6 again.
Don't talk about it.
I just want GTA 6.
I know you do. We all want it. It's not
So
happening.
apparently not you, because you don't want to talk about it.
It doesn't matter. It's not happening until we are fucking in geriatric homes. We're not getting it.
I was going to see what you thought the game was going to be like, where it was going to be, what parts of the world. But no, fuck it. No, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the showcase. Let's not talk about GTA 6. That's trending every fucking day because people get their clicks in. Possible leak for GTA 6. Bob, how'd you feel about the showcase today?
I thought it was great. I thought God of War Ragnarok is going to be an absolute 10 out of 10, just like every fucking game Sony Santa Monica ever makes is a 10 out of 10. They are one of the best publishers in the fucking business right now. And that's hands down. There's no argument to it.
How do you think Wolverine's going to be?
That was actually one of the few trailers I didn't see. Because I was speed running through the showcase because I slept for fucking till 4 o'clock today.
On 4x speed,
Yeah, that was one of the few.
You ever see the video of the guy on like the New York City like subway, and he's literally reading? Like, I know this is possible, so don't jump down my throat. But he's literally going like one page, just like, bzz, bzz, bzz. Like he's doing the same thing. It's literally like one swipe, he's done.
What? No.
It's fucking amazing.
God of War Ragnarok is going to be one. Yeah, thank you. One of the actually, I'll take the Topo Chico. Nobody wants it, motherfucker. Yeah. Ragnarok is going to be one of the best games ever made. There's no secret to that. And
Bob's hedging his bets now because he doubted the first one, and he was like, "I'm not pulling any punches."
He's down GTA 6 too.
I played it.
It's coming out.
I played it, and it was fucking incredible. Okay.
Still real to me.
How many times do you hear me admit I'm wrong with something?
Never.
Like what?
Twice.
Yeah,
Twice. It was God of War and Rogue Company. And I don't even think Rogue
3
Company,
times if you count Animal Crossing microtransactions.
True. And
I'm still holding out that that's going to happen at some point. I'm still not convinced that's not coming in the future. Regardless.
Irregardless.
Not a word. Regardless.
irrigation.
That's a word. Has nothing to do with this conversation, though.
Get smarted, bitch.
What? Okay. God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2 looks incredible, and Ghostwire Tokyo
Looks really good.
Oh my God. No idea what the fuck is going on.
Was I wrong and out of line in thinking that when that trailer first started, they had the like the Oni mask on the big billboard, and I thought it was like Yoshimitsu from Tekken. Was I like out of line thinking that? I didn't remember the Ghostwire Tokyo original thing.
Though. Like when I saw it, I knew it was Ghostwire Tokyo.
I remember when we talked about it before because it looks exactly like a Yu Yu Hakusho first-person detective.
What's that?
It's your anime friend can tell you about it.
Oh, okay. My anime roommate.
You guys moved in together?
Yeah, well, we have 2 different schedules. So, like, I work during the day. He works graveyard shifts. So, like, when I'm working during the day, he's sleeping in my bed. And then when he's at work, I'm sleeping in my bed.
I'm starting to think that this anime friend is a pillow.
Huh?
But yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo looks awesome. Is that that's not Arcane, is it? Or Bethesda? Is it Bethesda?
No. It is a...
Bo, can you confirm or deny?
Well, I don't remember the name of the studio.
Bo's
It might be
gone.
Arcane, actually. I don't know.
I thought it was Arcane or
Dude.
somebody affiliated with Bethesda.
I could not tell you a fucking thing about what that game is. I have no idea. But I want to play it.
Yeah.
I want to play it. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
But like the hand gestures and the first person, like they were just all very crisp. Ooh. And it was, again, very Tango publisher Bethesda. I don't understand what this means. Tango publisher?
Kenny's drunk.
Okay. So, like, the hand gestures reminded me of BioShock, where it was a lot of, like, and again, this is the second game I'm compared to BioShock, and Tango Gameworks, and the publisher is Bethesda. Bethesda is publishing it. That explains why we got an email about that.
Oh, my God. Bo, if you're in here.
Oh, they don't fucking miss. They don't miss.
Bo's gone. He heard Dom talk about Deathloop, and he was out after.
Yeah, he was like,
no, he said, I got what I needed.
He wanted plausible deniability. He was like,
No. He said he got what he came for, and he's out.
I think the podcast we had with the Bethesda guys was an all-time podcast.
100%.
I was shit
face.
I'm going to tweet at Bo right now and just be
Fucking
like, it's
hammer.
crazy that as soon as I started talking about Deathloop, you left.
That was like a 3-hour episode.
Yeah, we got fucking trashed.
And that was no different from Sean and Frary.
Yeah, but it's also that's also like a recorded in the books representation of what it is every single time we go to a Bethesda game day.
Dude, I needed one of those.
True.
Well, granted, I never last more than that one day.
No, you don't.
But
Ghostwire Tokyo looks like I couldn't tell you.
It looks awesome.
It looks like. It
Honestly,
just looks
like
insane.
that type of it almost looks like they have like the Slender Man type enemies that freak me the fuck out. I will take great joy in defeating them.
Yeah.
But like the psychic kind of like, I don't even know what you call it. Almost like a Ness or like who's the other kid from Smash?
Like a spirit detective or something.
Some sort of some sort of like paranormal investigator. It seems like.
So hypothetically speaking,
Scare me.
Say if you were like a 14-year-old boy and then you jumped into the middle of the street trying to protect a kid who kicked their ball into the street, but then also got hit by a car and then you died, and then Botan, the Grim Reaper who's supposed to take you over to the afterlife, actually turns you into a spirit detective.
Yep.
Something like that.
That sounds like vaguely about like what I think the game could resemble. So
I don't know what I was just speaking. I was speaking
just
off
to
the
name a
tip of
couple
my
of
tongue.
examples at random.
Anime, more like anime. You know what I mean? Shout out anime, man.
Hit the boo button.
No, you better not. I'll fucking walk out of here. Anime, more like. Bob, you watching any good animes lately?
I don't watch anime. I don't know what you're talking about. My roommate does though. All the time.
Dom's never sitting in front of the soundboard again. I never do that to you guys.
Yes, you do. You do it all
That's
the fucking
wrong.
time. What are you talking about?
I never, ever do that to you guys. Maybe I press the wrong button every here and there, but I don't boo you guys.
Yeah, you do.
Proof.
We really want to go
vid?
down this road.
No pics, no vid.
You can go somebody hook Chris out of there. Do we get the Yeah, it's true. But yeah, what else? Any other impressions from the Sony presser?
No, it was kind of what I expected, to be honest with you.
Oh, did you expect all of that?
Not all of it, but I didn't expect Wolverine, but the rest I kind of expected.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy is...
It looks like shit, I think.
I think that is a 50-50 coin flip of fail success. I don't
It's
think
either a 9 or a 3.
Yeah, it's
There's
one or the
no-
other. There's
yeah.
no in between on that. On that.
And I want to err towards a 9 because I think that the gameplay for Marvel's Avengers, and again, I've played it. The Squeenix Marvel's Avengers was good.
Is that the one with the market basket characters?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the Spirit Halloween. But the additional skins were like
The nice brand.
Yeah.
Spirit Halloween.
the Spirit Halloween version where it was like instead of Captain America, it was like Sergeant Patriotism. Or whatever.
Lieutenant Freedom.
It was like Kirkland brand vodka.
Yeah. The Invincible.
Actually, Kirkland brand vodka is made by fucking...
I don't agree. I don't.
No, it
don't.
is.
Everyone
It's
says
a
that. There's
fact.
no way that's fucking true. That shit tastes
It's
like rubbing
true.
alcohol.
They had you plan as the Invincible Bulk.
the visible bulk.
No, the nearly destructible bulk.
Oh, there was a I think it was in the Wolverine gameplay or trailer that they showed today, the teaser trailer. Apparently there was an Easter egg that hinted at the Hulk being in it.
Which one? Which Easter egg?
So there was
well, this is my favorite Marvel thing where people take fucking there's a speck of dust.
No.
And they go, "Is this the Sandman appearing in this trailer, please?"
So
But
listen.
there's history between
Yeah, listen.
the Wolverine and the Hulk.
I was trying to get into it, you know?
Let's hear about your opinion on the Marvel fucking lore cinematic universe, Chris.
So I haven't watched any of them, and that's fine. I don't care. But I'm saying what I'm seeing online. There was a part in there where they showed a license plate on a car, and it said like Hulk 181, and there's the original comic book with them both being featured in it, and it was edition 181, and that was the original one with the Hulk and Wolverine in it.
Yeah, it's not. That's so like Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Deadpool. That was like 4 characters that like always had weird crossovers in comic books together.
Well, I think you guys should get your MCU knowledge up. I mean,
Good. Yeah.
True.
Right.
You're right.
Absolutely.
No, that's fair.
Let me read up a bit.
100%.
no. I mean,
As the only person here who's ever fucking delved into the actual Guardians of the Galaxy shit, I know fucking vast more knowledge.
yeah, but you wear DC shoes still.
No, I don't.
You wear Etnies still.
Chris, it's fucking 95 degrees in here and you're wearing a fucking long sleeve shirt.
Whoa.
brand.
Yeah, this is my brand.
It doesn't
Bob.
matter.
Okay, so number one movie watcher.
You're wearing a
Chris
Santa
P
Cruz
gives
shirt on.
take
Do you surf?
MCU Easter eggs.
You surf?
Yeah,
I surf.
I would actually like if Square Enix, this is a good way that they can pivot. They just spend millions of dollars making other games instead of, trying to salvage Marvel's Avengers. This is what we do.
I don't think this is a salvage, though. I think it's these were supposed to be relatively independent.
I think they're gonna be the same. I think eventually we're gonna have Spider-Man, Wolverine, which is gonna eventually, of course, is gonna spin off into X-Men. You're gonna have Spider-Man, Wolverine, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Marvel's Avengers all together, whether it's Insomniac and Square Enix, and they're gonna be all in the same shared game universe in the same shared timeline.
That's what I thought.
That's what. See, Chris actually had told me that. I actually kind of stole that idea from him. He said that, and he was like, "Man, from day one, this is what I thought."
That's what I'm saying. The Avengers, man.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
No, but like the Easter eggs, Bob.
You're looking at 2 completely different game formats, though. The Avengers was a multiplayer looter shooter. Guardians of the Galaxy is a single-player story-based game.
Right, but it's the same developer, and it's the same kind of vibe. It looks exactly like the same type of gameplay.
Yeah, but like Timmy Turner and Jimmy Neutron weren't supposed to mesh worlds either. Those are 2 completely different worlds.
Not doing this again.
And they didn't work.
We are
It worked.
1,000% doing it again. No, but I mean, I said this a couple weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, when Guardians of the Galaxy got announced. Like, if Marvel's Avengers was just what Guardians of the Galaxy is, it would have been way better. Like, I finished the main story. I finished the main story for Marvel's Avengers, and it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a really original story. There was a great little team-up campaign, and there's lots of free single-player...
Gassy, my boy?
Yeah, move away from the mic to breathe in.
To breathe out.
To breathe out, whatever. There was a lot of good... there's still a lot of good single-player content that I haven't played. They just came out with the Black Panther storyline, which I haven't tried yet, which I probably will try. But I think there's still a chance that they redeem. I mean, because they came up with this like all-star voice cast. The campaign still had all these great production values. It was just built around this really shitty framework.
It doesn't matter how good the background is when the actual core game is fucking awful.
I know what's going to happen.
Like the
gameplay is good, but
the system is not.
The leveling and like progression system sucks, but the gameplay is good, and the abilities, the skins, even like the shit like that, like there was no way that they were going to implement. Granted, they have plenty of other games where they have done this, where they have all these other skins. You watch it with Guardians of the Galaxy. They're going to have maybe 5 skins for each character.
You already have a pre-order skin.
They have 300,000 for each. For Captain America, for Iron Man, for the Hulk, for Black Widow, for Hawkeye, for Miss Marvel, whoever in the Marvel's Avengers game, because you're paying for them inadvertently, whether one way or another, you're paying for them. I played that game from completion from day 1 to the end of the campaign, and I think I unlocked like 2 costumes.
That's fucking oh my!
I think I unlocked like 2 costumes.
It's because they built it as a grind game, and that's not what those games should be.
I bet if I played the multiplayer and if I played like the Destiny-esque, like do the dungeons over and over, do the strikes over and over, like do the daily and weekly activities, I would get them way more. But if you complete the campaign, you should get... I got like probably... I think I had 3 skins for each hero. Like one is like the shitty one, like you meet Tony Stark for the first time, and he's got like a greasy t-shirt and jeans on with like the like metal gloves and boots, and he's flying around. You meet the Hulk for the first time, and he's like got like a, I don't even know what
Santa Cruz t-shirt on.
Compare me to the Hulk?
No.
Wow, what a guy,
I was gonna
Chris.
say, you just backed yourself into that.
The
one.
bulk.
Wow.
The bulk.
The
Damn
bulk.
right, the fucking bulk.
But yeah, like there's a couple of different ways to go about it, and even with like the Black Widow movie, Marvel's Avengers had like the Black Widow event, and they added all these skins to the game where they were related to the movie, and that was great. Like you can keep, I would absolutely do that, but they should have released the game 5 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, I called that game was going to fucking flop. I
Yeah.
said it the day it announced.
When they announced it, we had said why this was like, because it was just around like Infinity War or like Endgame, and we were like, why the fuck didn't they announce this 5 years ago?
If you're going to make a co-op looter shooter, you needed to release it in 2015.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't do it now.
So, do you think DC maybe throws a hat in the ring
Yes,
with
FaZe Clan?
I was just gonna say FaZe Clan game. It's gonna be all trick shotting, and it's gonna be FaZe Clan, which I don't want to kind of shit on that collaboration because that's actually kind of sick. So,
Well, yeah, I mean they team up with Batman to save the kids.
Well,
Yikes.
Batman does.
yikes.
Batman borderline kills people every single day.
That's true.
I'm not even gonna answer. But yeah, that is a cool collab, FaZe Clan and
But no, yeah, it's groundbreaking. It's
100%.
the first gaming org to collaborate to make their own comic, which is super cool.
I can't get over that. They're gonna team up and save the kids. Jesus Christ.
Listen. I mean, what do you want to do? So
I mean, they did it to themselves.
they did.
do you want?
Yeah, I mean, granted, none of them are involved.
Look, the consequences of my own actions. Uh-oh.
Oh, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions,
But I do want to say that people that are involved in it have not been proved to be a part of it.
and they're also not in the DC crossover thing. But no, I think that the crossover is great. Really looking forward to seeing like if it's not just like a one-off thing, if they do like a regular ordeal. I would love to see a DC single player game kind of reboot. We've got Arkham. What's it called? Not Arkham Knights. Is it Arkham Knights?
No, Arkham Knights was the third.
Arkham Knight was the third one. It's Arkham
City?
No,
it's Gotham Knights. I think.
Gotham Knights. That's it. Gotham Knights is the one that's a spun off from those ones, and you play as Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, and Batgirl. That's right. Which I'm sure will be excellent.
It looks fucking incredible.
Looking forward to that. Rocksteady can do whatever the fuck they want.
Absolutely.
Give Rocksteady the ball and let them do like a Gotham City Sirens game where you play as Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn.
That'd be sick.
You know what I mean? Like, give me all those. Or give me like even a Justice League game where you play as Superman, Batman, fucking Green Lantern.
Yeah. So we see it now. Square Enix has that MCU fucking picked up for that multiplayer bullshit.
Yep.
You think Rocksteady is the one that picks that up, or do you think another team could pick that up? I think Rocksteady already has the core gameplay established for that.
It's got to be Rocksteady. Because they're the ones that everybody's like based off of. It's like, it's an Arkham style gameplay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be Rocksteady. Like Morden in Mass Effect 2 to bring that whole thing full circle. It has to be them. Somebody else might have gotten it wrong.
True. Chris doesn't understand that, but true.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Majority of the show, I sit there and nod my head. I nod my head.
We are at about an hour, though, so I can go into some voicemails.
So things I do know a lot about are cell phones. You know what show up on cell phones from time to time? Voicemails. Let's listen to some voicemails, Dom.
Butt pics.
I think it's up towards the top. I think it's the...
Need advice? Pick up that phone and talk to a
WGG Internet Sauce Line, 617-701-7678. Grand total of 2 voicemails this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
What is up, WGG fam and WGG founding fathers? It's your boy JB Genesis calling with another weekly voicemail. Happy NFL Thursday. So we're kicking off the NFL season with the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. Obviously, I'm taking the Buccaneers. Now, I don't absolutely love Tom Brady, but he seems very adamant about getting his undefeated season.
Washed.
How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that Tom Brady can lead the Bucs to an undefeated season this year? If not this year, do you think he can do it within the next 3? Much love as always, guys. Peace.
What was the season where they went undefeated and then lost to the fucking like Dolphins or some shit?
The
Patriots, yeah.
They lost to the Giants. That was the helmet
Giants,
catch.
yes.
That was 2016.
That was the only shot that he ever had. That was the only shot that I think any team is ever going to have.
Tom Brady is fucking washed. He's not my quarterback anymore, so fuck him. He's washed. I was watching 3 and out on the first drive of the fucking 2021 season.
That's what happens.
Washed.
That's what happens when you're 55.
Washed. Couldn't do it. Hang it up, pal. I mean, have a good season. Make it to the, what are they, in the AFC and the NFC now? I don't know.
Yep.
Is it NFC?
Yep.
Make it there, lose, and hang it up.
I mean, he just won the Super Bowl last year.
I don't care. He's done now.
He's going to beat the Cowboys tonight, and he might go on.
So I do hope that he does beat the Cowboys tonight because I have a video in the works that I really want to tweet at Tim the Tap Man.
Tim the Tap Man, of course.
He said something like on fucking Monday, and I clipped it. I was like, damn, like I really got to sit on this one. So I'm hoping they lose so I can have his take and then zoom in on it. In the most real way possible, Tom Brady did a lot for us growing up. Brought us some Super Bowls, brought us to a lot of parades. So I want him to do well. He's just, I don't know. It's tough to tell them because he does not age. He just eats fucking avocados and fucking Don't make me talk sports, Pete. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they go. I don't think he goes undefeated, but
Mac Jones.
I mean, he's never not going to be a contender for the Super Bowl as long as he's alive. And
every fucking season season he'll play, he is a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, 100%.
Doesn't matter what the fucking team is around him either. We saw it with the fucking Patriots.
Very true.
Sports.
Bet.
Only sports I fuck with esports. Am I right?
Wow. All right, here's the
What is up, guys? It is Harlan Degenerate here. And, watching, I can say this as I'm wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt as I'm a diehard fan. I'm watching the best ever do with Mr. Tom Brady. And, I was just kind of curious. Do you think we're in, like, the golden times of video games? In a sense, I mean, we know that it's only going to get bigger and bigger from here on out. But do you think we're in the prime of, like, skilled in terms...
Wait, what? Oh, wait. My phone fell asleep, that's why.
gamers? Do you think we're at the peak level of skill? Or do you think they're just going to keep improving like this timeless Thomas Brady I see before me? I don't know. Maybe give your prediction on who you would say is like the top gamer of all time right now in terms of skill. I guess I don't know. That'd be interesting. Anyways, let me keep on what we're doing. Peace.
Thank you, Tiggy. Also, thank you, JB, for the call earlier.
Tiggy, thank you. JB, thank you. As somebody who does not know a ton about esports, I would say that no, we are not at the peak. We're only ever going to get better.
Are we talking about esports? I thought you just said gaming specifically.
So he said, my interpretation of that was, are we at the peak of like esports play?
Oh, Tiggy, correct us if we're wrong. Okay.
Yeah, are we at the peak of esports play, like skill-wise, and then who do we think is at like the apex of like esports skill right now? I would say no, we're not at the peak of esports play. There's always going to be new innovations. There's always going to be new things, and the games are going to evolve around them. There's always going to be new strategies. There's always going to be people on the shoulders of giants who will continue to build and innovate and surprise. I mean, I don't know as much about esports as the other 2 years when it comes to like who is the best out there right now. I mean, Simple comes to mind, Scumped comes to mind. Those are the two that, for me, like Simple and Scump, I think are the two that immediately like are at the front of my brain when it comes to those who are like just transcend the typical esports athlete. But I'll leave it up to you guys.
Yeah, so I agree with you on if we're at the top yet, because I don't think we are. It's just like any other sports, like traditional sports, right? Where like when you hang it up, there's always going to be someone there that's going to be able to play to that level. And I think as esports as a whole starts to get more and more like limelight, there's going to be so many people that are literally going to be like grinding for that to happen. There's colleges implementing it into their like the collegiate sports that they have now. You can play esports.
Dude, there's kids that are starting at fucking 9.
Dude, I'm
just
saying.
Training.
Yeah. And like shit like that is going to make a huge difference. It's like the people that like lived, breathed, ate like baseball growing up. Yeah, they like made it to that like higher level. Not all of them made it to like the tippity top. But now that I see that happening in high schools and colleges, we're going to see a lot more talent come out. And it's tough to really pinpoint who is like the top in the esports world because not many people cross over. Yeah, we've seen that a couple times, like in the CDL, which I believe it was Hook. Or Shotzi, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, that like won a championship in Halo and then jumped over to Call of Duty and won it in Call of Duty. Like that does happen, but everyone sticks to their lane for the most part. So I don't think it's like one person that's best overall. It's people that are best in their individual like categories.
There is always that esports category for like the esports awards. There's always that category of like best esport, like best player of the year or some shit like that.
Yeah,
and like it covers more than one game, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And, like, it's tough because if you don't play on that level to actually, like, for instance, Shroud, right, who was an absolute force in Counter-Strike, if he actually made it a point to go pro in Valorant, he'd be up there too. But, like, you know, like, it doesn't always happen. I think someone that's very under the radar is the kid Asu.
Yeah.
That kid is a gamer. Yeah. Every game he plays, he's fucking dirty at. Valorant,
that's
Apex.
Natural talent.
That is natural talent.
Yeah.
But like Call of Duty wise, I got to route my boy Simp. Obviously, Scump is a legend. Crim 6, all them. Call of Duty is mainly my esport. And then you can't kind of look past the FPS god, which is Shroud.
Yeah. No, Shroud is he is a transcendental like first person shooter. And if he wanted to, like he could he could join a professional team in whatever game he wanted.
Legit. Yeah, Simple goes without saying, in my opinion, too.
Oh, I mean, that was going to be my number one. Like,
yeah.
I'll get to Simple in a second, but like Shroud was held back because the NA scene for Counter-Strike was never as competitive as the rest of the world. And that was always the issue. And it was like, I'm pretty sure at the end of the Shroud's contract, Cloud9 was in like turmoil anyway. And that's why that roster got switched around fucking 15 times in the past 3 years. But Shroud is the transcendental gamer where he can go between any fucking game he wants. If he wants to compete in anything, he fucking could. Oh, yeah. He absolutely could.
Any game.
And that's why you see him like bringing out the OGC crew, the old guys club, where it's like him, Nothing, Skadoodle, who the fuck else?
Well, Skadoodle's a pro in Valorant now, right?
Yeah, but I think I see him get benched all the fucking time, which is weird.
Oh, just doesn't feel like playing that day.
Maybe. But other than that, Simple is, I watch Counter-Strike every single day. I watch Counter-Strike for 6 hours a fucking day. Every single day. Simple is the esport athlete that the bar was established before him, probably. Yes, Sean Gares. Thank you, Steve. Freakazoid occasionally as well. But Simple was the person when he came along from, what was it, Hellraisers that he was playing on beforehand, and then he moved to Liquid with Hiko. The bar was established before Simple with like Get Right, Forest, Guardian.
Who all still play
for the most part. Guardian just picked up a fucking roster. He just created a new roster. Those were the legends of Counter-Strike at that time. Global Offensive at that time. And they set that bar this high. Simple came and he removed the bar. And he said, I'm going to put my own bar in. And he just elevated the gameplay of Counter-Strike so much higher than what it initially was at that time. He can play every single role. He can play whatever fucking role he wants. That's how talented he is in that game. And I think he could probably do that in any other fucking game he wanted to, honestly.
Probably, yeah. I think the story of Shroud with Cloud9, how like he was starting to break into the scene, but no one would give him a chance because it was like an idea that he might have been cheating because he was so good.
Dude, that's happened to C9, 1,000 fucking people.
And then C9 was looking at him, and he like Papa Hiko was just like, give the kid a chance.
That happened with him. That happened with Stewie was a different fucking.
His story's crazy.
Stewie was a pug god, and everyone was like, "There's no way he could actually compete in actual fucking tier 1 Counter-Strike." But then they picked him up and they won a fucking major. Actually, wait, was Stewie was on the team?
He was.
The Cloud9 team. Yeah. That also happened with Rops, who's the greatest fucking lurker in Counter-Strike history right now, above Get Right, who was a legend in the fucking sport. But like I was saying, Simple removed the bar that was established beforehand and said, fuck that. This is my bar now. And the only person since then to come along that's been anywhere near what he was able to do was Zywoo. And he hasn't been able to do that since. He was number one player of the year for 2019. Hasn't been able to replicate that since. Simple has continuously become and will continue to be the greatest player in Counter-Strike history. He's the GOAT. He is the Tom Brady. He's the Tom Brady of Counter-Strike. That's what it is.
Wow. Good comparison.
How many Maroons would you give him?
Simple?
Yeah.
1 out of 10. Because he's got the one in the name, number one in the game.
True.
1 Maroon out of 10. That's a power move right there.
Right.
Because he's number one.
It's like golf where you get the lower the number.
Yeah, the better you are. All right, we got any more voicemails?
No.
All right, ladies and gents, it is now time to land the train. I will let Dominic kick things off. Dominic, what do you got for us? Who do you want to shout out?
Hey. So I've been busy this week. Real busy this week. And a lot of things have happened. And it's mainly been for you. And by mainly, I mean entirely. Patreon has been rebuilt. Discord has been restructured. And the entire website for wickedgoodgaming.com has been completely reorganized, is now completely secure, and has been nice and spruced up in a lot of different ways. So it's faster, it's better, it's stronger. So you can get better and faster and more secure access to all the beautiful written content that you've ever dreamed of. So there's been a lot of work that's happened. There's been about 3 different websites that I've fucking gone through and torn down and built back up in the last week or 2 weeks. And I don't do this for my health. I've done this for, obviously for the 3 of us, but mainly for the folks that are helping to contribute. Steve, Tiggy, JB, for Jay, for Ken, Bubba, who's written a couple of blogs as well. Chug, who's going to be writing some. John, who's got one in the works right now. We really want to help to benefit the folks that have helped to make this brand, make it what it is today. And we could not have done it without the support of guys like that and without everybody else in the community. So we're really, really pivoting towards a more rewarding experience in the kind of social aspect and in the Discord and things like that. We're also trying to pivot towards more of a rewarding aspect, not just for the folks that have interacted with our content, but for those who stick with it and for those who help us improve the content that we're putting out on a daily basis. So we appreciate you. We appreciate the folks that have helped us to create new content and add new dimensions to WGG, and to those who help to consume it and who help to continue to fund it. So please check it out. Please check out the Discord if you haven't already. If you're listening to this right now on a pre-recorded version, or if you're listening to this right now on twitch.tv/wickedgoodgaming, please check out the Discord. Please check out wickedgoodgaming.com and check out all the new blogs. We've got several new ones a day, which is absolutely phenomenal. We've got over almost 2,000 blogs on the website to date, and there's tons of stuff on there. There's tons of great stuff to read and tons of stuff, great stuff to interact with. The Patreon has been completely rebooted. We got a nice HD remake for the entire Patreon, which is going to not go to our pockets, but go to the folks who have assisted us in making this brand and this podcast and this website and everything else around it as amazing as it is today. So
shout out JB for the 5 gifted.
And thank you, JB, for the 5 gifted, and everybody else. We appreciate you so much for listening. We say it all the time, but we really do appreciate you. And thanks so much for being involved in any small manner, from anybody who's on the Patreon for $1 at least. For anybody who just tunes in every week, for anybody who just is subscribed to the podcast. Maybe you don't get a chance to listen to it every week, but you still stay subscribed to you because you want to be involved. We appreciate you too. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Love that. Bob, what do you got?
We got a couple more from the Shorts channel. Clint, Sea-Dog, thank you for the sub. Love you, bud. Always appreciate it. Bunch of comments that we're not going to deal with because there's too many. And Mateus. I'm almost positive we have like 20 more subs that just aren't listed.
Yeah, the noties suck.
We don't have a... Wait, do we have enough for the custom URL yet? I don't think so.
No.
How far? We need 25 more fucking subs on the WGG Shorts, okay? And then we get our own custom URL. So go to youtube.com right now, type in the search bar, WGG Shorts, and sub to us. And then we'll search you out. It's that simple. Okay? We get a bunch of short form content that we want to send your way. Short, succinct, to the point. That's where you get the content from us. Also, of course, go to wikigaming.com as well because everyone's blasting a bunch of content up on it, and it looks great. I dusted off the fucking fingertips. I hit the keyboard again for the first time in a couple of months since I did. I don't even remember what review I did.
Yeah, they thought someone was trying to hack into the website because Bob hasn't logged in so long.
Dude. What was the last review I did? I don't even... The Medium?
GTA 5.
No, it was the Medium back in like February, I think. And I did the review for that. And then, then I went back onto just fucking editing videos for the longest fucking time. But yeah, dusted off the fucking fingers. So go to that. I don't think I got anything else.
Lit. Echoing what they both said, Dom put it perfectly with kind of everyone that's been involved. We're not slowing down. This is only to help us grow even more and continue to kind of grow this thing. So go check out the Patreon. Dom put a lot of work into that. Go check out the website. All the writers are doing a hell of a job getting shit on there. Check out the YouTubes. Check us out on socials too, at Wicked Good Gaming. Besides Twitter, it is at Wicked Good Games. If you're looking for the podcast, you don't know where to find it. You're just listening to it in a buddy's car or something. We're on all major podcast platforms. Spotify, Apple, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, all of them. I'm not even going to bother saying them because there's new ones that pop up every day. But we're fucking everywhere. Bob gets the podcast up on YouTube if you want to check it out on there. That's the normal YouTube we have, Wicked Good Gaming, not the Shorts channel. But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, you can also find the Shorts channel linked from our original channel. So fuck it. Go to youtube.com/Wicked Good Gaming. Sub to that one. Hit channels and you'll see the WGG Shorts there. Click on that one. Sub to that one too.
True.
Simple as that.
Yes, sir.
Simple with a one. But yeah, that's all we got for episode 249 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Next week is 250.
A $250,000, as Chris likes to call it.
A $250,000. But yeah, next week is going to be a huge one. We appreciate everyone that's hanging out in here, but I don't want you guys to go away until the end credits go because we want to show our support for the people who have already went on our Patreon and smashed that motherfucking sub button, the support button. I don't know what it's called.
Smash that motherfucking button.
Facts.
Whatever the button is, fucking hit it.
Yep, that's right. Thanks everyone that's here. Thanks everyone that listens. We will see you guys next week for episode 250. Toodaloo now.
Toodles.